Alright, it's that wonderful time again for Ball Chat with Kenny on the Impact Television. This is where we give you the best of basketball. When it comes to basketball, this is the place to be. Today's edition of Ball Chat with Kenny is quite special because I'm going to be talking about something different because I've got two gentlemen right here with me in the studios. Talk about their career when it comes to being a basketball player. And of course, they did something recently at the Liberty Stadium right here in Ibadan to, host the basketball competitions involving different basketball teams across Nigeria. It was a very tough one, competitive for that matter. Top basketball players across the country locked arms against each other, and at the end of the day, we saw how that one unfolded, where Liberty Spears are one of the top teams right there. All right, so welcome on board once again. This is Ball Chat with Kenny on Impact Television. I am Kenny Bamidele. All right, now let me bring them on board. Without further ado, I've got right close to me Olamide Ajiboye. He plays in Tennessee Basketball Tech. Yeah, that is where he plays. Well known when it comes to basketball in United States College. Welcome to Botcha Weekend, brother.
Thank you for having me.
And I've also got Ayomide Ajiboye. There are two brothers, by the way, in case you don't know. Also, top-notch basketball players. He's played in Argentina. I started with Roosevelt in college in the United States. Also, right here in the studios. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, let's get started. Let's talk about your basketball career. I'm starting with Olamide on this one. Talking about what inspired you to actually become a basketball player.
To be honest, the people I grew up around, especially my bigger brother, he started playing before me. Back then, when I was a kid, I just wanted to play video games. But, he was the type, him and my cousins, they grew up all together, and they was the type to drag me out to the gym. So it just inspired me to play with them. And then they were the older ones, so I was a little one, so they just, made me better like that. So it was just inspiration to just be motivated by some older guys to just play, especially my big brother.
Did you start with basketball or started with football? Because I know basketball players who started playing football first.
To be honest, I was really a gamer. He started playing with baseball first and everything, and then they started going to basketball. So I think it's just basketball first, to be honest.
Okay, basketball first.
Yeah.
How about Ayomide? What inspired you to play the game of basketball?
Honestly, my environment, everybody around me was playing basketball, so you kind of just picked it up and just wanted to always get better and keep elevating. And then just seeing the improvement after year just made me dedicated, and also seeing players in Chicago grow up and go to the NBA and go to bigger stages like in Europe, so that helped a lot.
Talking about your basketball career, I saw one of your performance with Rivadavia in Argentina, where you had consecutive games with double digits, 14 points against Colon, and of course the other team 14 points. How were you able to adapt to basketball in Argentina? And of course, you had a couple of very impressive games. How did you make that happen?
Honestly, it was hard to begin with, coming out as a rookie in my rookie year in Argentina, but adjusting and also just knowing my why am I here. I'm here because of my parents, my brother, people that support me, and that got me to push over the obstacles that I had to face. So,
okay, that's really cool. Now, Olamide, you play in Tennessee Tech.
Yes.
One of the top college when it comes to basketball in the United States. Now, talking about some of those challenges you faced starting your basketball career, what were those challenges and how were you able to overcome them?
I feel like just making a name for myself, especially growing up in the city of Chicago. There's a lot of names out there, and then you seem to get overlooked at times. So I just put my head down and kept working. And when I turned around 16, 17, I think my name started getting out there. So it was just the hard work that I put in. It made me just get to where I am today.
Okay, and now let's talk about the camp that we actually saw at the Liberty Stadium right here in the city of Ibadan. It was a very good one. I got very good feedbacks from people as regards how the camp unfolded. What motivated you to actually bring the camp to Ibadan?
So in general, I didn't want to have my first camp. I always thought about having a camp, but I didn't want to do it in America. I felt like it was just right to have it first. Our first time in Nigeria. So I just felt like inspiring the youth in Nigeria, in my hometown, meeting my family. I felt like it was just the best time and best opportunity to just have this in Nigeria, especially Ibadan where my parents grew up. It was just a blessing that we could do this.
Is this your first time being in
First time in Nigeria, 21 years old.
21 years?
Yeah.
First time. How does it feel?
It feels amazing, I'm not going to lie. We waited so long for this.
Okay.
I feel like it was a good opportunity. We were supposed to do it in May, now we did it in August. It's just a blessing, and I just feel like doing it again.
Okay, Ayomide, what aim do you hope to achieve with this particular vision, bringing basketball back to the place where I mean, your hometown. What is the aim of actually doing this?
I think the aim also is just to give back as much as we can, but also just trying to see the growth in basketball located in Nigeria as well. Because I know soccer is the main sport, football is the main sport here. So just trying to elevate basketball and have that be an avenue for people to make something for themselves is something that we want to do. And also we're trying to aim to go towards helping out younger kids. As my brother had mentioned, he's the one that wanted us to implement younger kids to actually start from younger, females and males to start from younger, so that they can develop through the years and have a good feeling about, oh wow, I can actually play basketball, I can actually do something in this game and make something out of myself. So.
Okay, in case you're just joining, you're still watching Ball Chat with Kenny on Impact Television, and this is the one and only basketball program in the city of Ibadan. Right here today, I've got Olamide Ajiboye and Ayomide Ajiboye doing justice, telling us about their basketball career, and of course the reason behind the fantastic cap that we actually saw at the Liberty Stadium. Now, going forward, Olamide, this is the first edition of your basketball camp. Going forward, what should we expect? Because I'm sure you must have seen some of the things you want to work on going forward. What should we expect going forward as regards the next basketball camp?
So looking over the camp, I've seen a lot of smiles, seen a lot of joy, positivity, and it just made me more motivated to do this again. So I see it in the next 2-3 years, even more than that. I feel like we can be even bigger and better. I have more kids, have more females, have more fans around, and have more support. So I feel like this is just the start of it.
Now, let's talk about the strengths and weaknesses of basketball in Nigeria. I mean, you just spent a couple of weeks in Nigeria. I'm sure a couple of weeks is not enough to support this. But so far, what are the strengths and the weaknesses that you have actually spot when it comes to basketball in Nigeria? Ayomide.
Honestly, I think the strengths are that we're to play and just have that dignity to do better as well. So also when it comes to the weaknesses, I'd say the only weaknesses we have is that we don't have things like the facilities. We don't have the things that we have back home in America and all these other places. That kind of puts us in a hole which I think that we should continue to look at and try to get better at financially and just stability wise. So.
Now talking about some of the OGs, we call them OGs because they have been doing this before some of these young basketball players. I'm talking about the like of Ike Diogu, the like of Kelechi Anuna, Farouk Aminu, Jordan Nwora. These are players that have actually given back to society in one way or the other. How much of motivation are these guys to what you're doing right now?
It gives the most motivation. I mean, me and my brother look up to these people that have been doing it before us. So we just want to keep implementing the same thing and go by the page that they're going. They're bringing out positivity. They're bringing the funding to these camps, to these kids, and to these to everybody that's in Nigeria. So going back home for us it means a lot. So it's just following the same page that they did, because I think it's a good thing and it's definitely looked at as a right thing.
All right, now this is the first time in Nigeria, and I don't know, I'm going to ask, what's your favorite Nigerian meal? Because most of your years is in the United States. I don't know if you have a favorite Nigerian meal. Olamide.
I definitely be eating a lot since I came here because it's a lot different from the States. But just the first meal when I came out the flight was pounded yam at Egusi.
And how was it?
And it was amazing. It was amazing, very fresh.
Okay, so was it mom that prepared it for you?
I went to a restaurant first, but then after that she kept preparing it, so I was just ready for it.
Mama's meal tastes different.
For sure, definitely is.
Okay, how about you? Your favorite meal, Nigerian meal, yeah.
Favorite meal, Nigerian meal? I'll say the good jollof rice and dodo. So, and dodo, plantain.
Dodo. We call it dodo. We call it dodo.
Dodo.
Okay, okay, pretty good. So we're talking about, I just want to talk a little bit of basketball right now and take a look at the Afrobeat scene. Do you listen to Nigerian music?
Of course, I listen to a lot of Nigerian music.
Who's your favorite?
My favorite? That's a hard question, but as of right now, I would say Burna Boy, honestly.
Burna Boy.
Yeah.
The African Giant.
Yeah, the African
Why
Giant.
Burna Boy?
I feel like his beats are really like astounding to me. Like it really stands out. So I think that would.
How about you, Olamide?
I gotta give Burna Boy my props, but right now I like Asake.
Was it Asake?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite Asake song?
I like the new album that just came out. I've been listening to it a lot, but other than that, I gotta give my props to Davido as well. It's the legend that's still there.
Okay, so if you're to like, in no order, the big three.
No order.
The big three for you, in no order.
You got an order?
My orders?
Yeah.
No order, I'll say go Wizkid,
Okay.
Davido, and Burna Boy. That's me.
Okay, that's like the one that we all know, the top big three. But according to Rema said there is no big three, there's a big four. He's adding himself to the big four right now. But how about you?
I'll put Ashake before Wizkid right now.
Ashake?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big one.
I don't know. It's just recently I've been hearing it a lot, so that's the good thing.
Okay, that's really good. I mean, it's a lot of fun, talking about some of these things. It's non-basketball topic right now, and I mean, it's good to hear the views of these guys when it comes to everything Nigeria. Now, administratively, we all know that a lot needs to be done when it comes to basketball in Nigeria in order to annex the talent we have in this part of the world. There is no doubt in a couple of years that we're going to see a lot of basketball countries doing well. In fact, South Sudan is a typical example of that. They did well at the Olympic Games. And of course, we saw the friendly game they had against the United States. It was just a point separating both teams. Almost stunned United States right there. But looking at basketball in Nigeria, we have a lot to do in order to match some of these countries. Rwanda, South Sudan, because right now they are doing better than us when it comes to men's basketball. But administratively, what do you think can be done in order to actually, fasten the growth of basketball in Nigeria?
Honestly, I think what can be done is putting these kids out there in platforms that they were never in before. Okay. So things like that we can use are social media, putting these kids so they can be seen. And then, because some of these kids are probably just not seen as much just because they're overlooked and they're just not have that platform that people need, and other people that have those platforms, they excel. So putting those same players in Nigeria that are overlooked and stuff would help everybody be beneficial for them, and also it would help them be seen. So
okay, now going back a little bit, this is the type of question I like to ask, young basketball players, because we all know how Nigerian parents can be when it comes to sports. When you're telling your mom that I want to become a footballer in future, they're like, you better go and read your books. I don't know. When you told your parent that you want to go into basketball, what was the first thing they told you, Ayomide?
I mean, honestly, just have your grades be the priority. Your education be the priority, because
I know that's going to be mentioned.
And my parents always say, my mom and dad, they always say the ball's gonna stop bouncing at one point in your life. So just prioritizing what you need, which is obviously your education. If you're there for school, your education is there first. So
that's very
your
important.
degree or whatever you're getting, your diploma is the main priority. So, and then after basketball is at ease. You can just think about basketball.
Okay, so it's your education first before basketball. But I think that makes sense as long as they allow you to play basketball. That makes sense. You want to say something to that, Olamide?
No, I'll say the same thing, but it started off with him, seeing him do the same thing, so it just inspired me to do, even better. He's been working on his grades and everything, so it makes me, do the same thing. I don't want to be a burden to that, so it just inspired me.
Okay. Of all time, who is your favorite NBA player?
All-time favorite NBA player is Kevin Durant.
That sounds real good. This is the first time I'm going to ask someone that question, and he's going to tell me Kevin Durant. Because I think Durant deserves a lot of respect than he's getting right now. Why Kevin Durant, though?
Kevin Durant is because he's a unicorn. He's different. 6'11", I want to say point guard, but the best scorer in the world, best player in the world. Just overall, just different.
I'm going to make sure Kevin Durant says this. All right. Who is your favorite NBA player of all time?
My favorite NBA player of all time is Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose?
Derrick Rose.
It's weird. Why?
I just grew up. He was my role model when it comes to basketball. I kept wanting to be better and better every year. Seeing him on the bigger platform, playing for the Chicago Bulls, youngest MVP in the NBA, so that really inspired me to want to keep elevating in this game, and also just put that dedication there every single day.
Well, that's a big peak. Derrick Rose ahead of MJ, LeBron, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant. So much respect for your choice right there. But in no order, a top three of all time?
Top three. You gotta put Michael Jordan in there.
Okay.
For second, I got second Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
Kobe Bryant.
All right.
You're a third. Who your second? I don't know if you
I
agree.
mean, my first and second are the same, so
Who was first and second? Kobe Bryant second.
I'm not gonna put it in order, but mine would be Michael Jordan,
Okay.
LeBron James when it's said and done,
Okay.
and Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. Okay.
Yeah.
That's really good. You have the chance to play for an NBA team right now. Which team would you play for, Olamide?
To be honest, I don't got a favorite team, but since I'm in Chicago, I'll play for the Chicago Bulls.
Chicago Bulls. And I think they've got in Nigeria in Ayo Dosunmu.
Definitely, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
yeah. How about you?
Honestly, I have the same answer.
The Bulls.
The Chicago Bulls, yeah, just because.
MJ? Is it the MJ effect or which one?
I think it is the MJ effect, and for me personally, it's the Derrick Rose effect as well. So
Oh, okay.
I'll put that.
That makes sense. I mean, before we go, let's just get to hear from you. What advice do you give to young and aspiring basketball players out there? Because, you know, being young and playing basketball in Nigeria comes with a lot of challenges. In fact, if you're going to face challenges in the US, you're going to face times 3 of it being a young basketball player in Nigeria. But what are your advice to the young ones watching this right now?
I mean, it's a whole lot. I would say, honestly, just keep on pushing. I mean, I know there's a lot of adversity that comes into basketball, just as there's adversity that comes into life.
Yeah.
So just trying to always know your why, like why you're doing this,
Okay.
why you're doing that.
Yeah.
It puts you in a bigger threshold. So just waking up every day and knowing what you exactly want to do in your life, and trying to get better at just being a better man or woman will help you elevate and put you in places that you would never been.
You want to add something to that?
Yeah, I said the advice that helped me stick with it is to focus on you and your accomplishments. Don't really put your focus on anybody else. Anybody else that's just doing better than you. I think social media is the one thing that's kind of been tempting people to just downgrade themselves. I feel like you just keep working on yourself. You'll get to where you need to be.
All right, and lastly, this is very important. So what do you want to say to your parents right now for the support they have been giving you?
I just want to say I love them for just supporting me through all my years. Just giving me this opportunity to just do what I want to do, especially in Nigeria. Blessed to even have them help operate this camp. It's tough without them. It would be tough without them for sure.
Okay.
And just blessings to them.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to say, I mean, I love them. I love both of them. They sacrificed so much for us to even be here, for us to give back to Nigeria itself, for us to give back to Ibadan itself. So I just want to thank them for everything they've done for us. So.
All right, so I must say it's been a fantastic ride today on Board Chat with Kenny on Impact Television. This is actually one of the best interviews we've had on this program. Getting to see 2 young basketball players telling us about their career and, of course, the reasons behind, you know, bringing basketball to the city of Ibadan or your state right there. You know, we have to call it a wrap today on Board Chat with Kenny. Thanks to everyone who's been watching. Next week, another time, join us on the program. And thanks to the technical director, that is Shegun Uluikere, for the fantastic job done today on the program. Until next week, when Board Chat with Kenny comes your way again, I am Kenny Bamidele